everyone, welcome back. Today I thought we would do another one of our color palette pieces, and this time I love these, both of these. I'm painting in the Dina Wakley media journal, and this time I'm not going to put the tape down, and we'll just see how close I can get to like kind of some pretty columns, because I love this whole column look. It's an art look for me that maybe one day I would scan one of these in and print it out and maybe hang it or tear this out of here and hang it. I don't know, but I love color palettes on the paper here, and I'm just going to continue playing with that look until something else inspires me with this, because I like color mixing stuff there, those pretty palettes like that. And so I thought we would experiment with pink and blue. So I have pulled out my Blick Matte Paints Brilliant Magenta and Green Blue Deep. Just kind of, I don't know, I was inspired by the pink and I thought, let's just pull some colors, white and black, and see what they do as we mix them up. I'm expecting to get light pinks and dark pinks and purples, lavenders maybe, you know, lighter blues, who knows. So this is what's so fun about these color projects is now we're going to experiment with colors and things that we don't normally use. And I'm going to put the color up top just like I've done with the other ones, just so that we kind of have an idea when we look back later of where we started. And I'm just using my Princeton Umbria brushes. This is a round number 12, and then I've got some Filberts, and I don't know, who knows what else I've got. I got the Filberts out over here to the side. These Umbria ones, there we go, I like for acrylic paints, and that's what we're doing in this book, or at least I am, because this is a not watercolor paper, it's a mixed media kind of paper. And so I thought it would be fun to just experiment with, say, acrylic paints when you normally see me start with watercolors, and it's just kind of fun. And so all I'm going to do here is just experiment with mixing some different colors and just playing and getting my stripes. And the goal here is to just kind of see like all the colors that, you know, maybe you could get as you mix these up. Put a little bit of pink with blue, put a little bit of more pink with blue, put a little bit of white in there, put a little bit of black in there, a little bit of blue with a whole bunch of pink, and see, you know, how can we get these colors just to shift and change and play. And it's kind of a good exercise in training your eye and mixing colors and getting creative and experimenting with the colors, whereas normally when I'm playing with, say, like the color challenges, I'm just pulling out some convenience colors that are already matched close enough to the colors that I wanted to go with. This is a way to push past that and experiment with mixes and things that you wouldn't normally mix, or you didn't think of, or you've never mixed color. And so it's a good way to start figuring out what each color does mixed with the next. And so these are convenience colors, I would say, because they're not the primaries, but it's very interesting to see, you know, what you can get without starting out with red, blue, and yellow. And I'm not trying to get the full range of colors here. I just want two stripes of something interesting that maybe we wouldn't have got any other way. Just as an art thing, I'm not trying to keep up with percentages. I'm not doing like a formal grid. It's play and prettiness and just taking the stress out of paint mixing and stuff. Okay, I'm having some fun here with these. Let's see. Kind of want something way up here and maybe the brighter pink. And it just kind of opens your eyes up to what the colors do as you mix white with them, as you mix black with them. You know, it's kind of fun thinking about this as a lighter white strip and a darker moody strip. That could be, you know, the way you're thinking of these. It looks like that's the way that I just kind of tended to go with that, doesn't it? But it wasn't on purpose. Could have mixed them back and forth. You can do formal grids where you're actually painting from, you know, the whole box, where you're actually adding percentages and being real precise and stuff. You could do that too. This is the kind of project that's really up to whatever's inspiring you and how you want to experiment with your color mixing. I'm good with the play, and it doesn't have to be anything specific for me. And I don't really care about the quantities and the mixes, and people are like, well, maybe you can't get back to that again, and maybe I can't. I just don't worry about it. Just don't worry about it. It's not something where I need to get back to it. Normally, I've never needed to be like, oh, I got to get back to that exact color. I mean, I could mix up a bunch of that color and put it in something that maybe is going to not dry out, like its own little container. If I needed to get back to a color, I guess I could just mix up a bunch of it, but it's just not the way I work, and I don't really care. Okay, these are fun. I'm enjoying playing with the little mixes here. And I'm just experimenting. It's all about just being like, oh, I didn't know that's what that would be. You know, it's like some of these, I don't know. I'm not sure if this is where I thought this color palette would look or not. It's just fun to play. Okay, so I feel like I need another one. I got an extra one in here. Let's see. I don't know. Do we need another one? Something light and bright up here, maybe. Well, it's about the same. That's okay. Oh, that's kind of fun. All right. It's not as neat as the other pages, but I'm okay with that. And now, let's see. Let's just paint over here and see what we got. And I like how on the second piece that I did there, I had left some of this space here. So that's going to kind of be my goal with this one, is to leave myself some of this ledger page kind of showing through. I like that, the way that it did that. And this is even like a kind of transparent here, so that's interesting. And I could even mix this paint with gesso. You know, I like mixing the acrylic paints with gesso because it makes them more spreadable. And then it makes regular acrylic paint, makes it where you can layer on top of it easier, because acrylic paint is basically plastic, and as it dries, it's hard to layer stuff on top of that. Okay, now I like it as the pink, and I almost don't want to add the black and the blue, but we're going to do it because it's the color palette that I picked. Just do it. Just do it. And I'm just playing. I'm just making this as some fun abstract art, kind of in the style that maybe I would have done last year, and a little different than some of the stuff I've been working on this year. And it's just kind of fun to just watch your style evolve and then kind of revisit some stuff that you liked before. Okay, I like the shapes, because I like the shapes on the other one that we did too. That's a favorite part of one of those. This one, I'm thinking of this one. It's a favorite part of this, where I added this. Here we go, where I added these in there. That's a favorite part, and when I was doing it, I kind of questioned it, but now I love it. So going forward over here. And I kind of think what I might do is I might do some, like a black stencil on top of this, because I've done a black stencil on something else and I like loved it. And I'm kind of feeling that that might be the way I go with this one. To give us some yummy contrast, but I'm going to come back in here with some white on top of some of this. Maybe even my bowl scraper and smooth some of that out and get some fun marks in here. Oh yeah, that's what I needed right there. Oh yeah. See, this paper just seems to do exceptionally well with acrylic paint without doing all the extra warping and stuff, which I love. I love that it works that good with the acrylic paint without really just bungling the whole page up like the watercolor would. So I probably just won't use watercolor in this book, because it's not watercolor paper, but I do like the way that it does with the acrylic. It's holding its shape and it's not bubbling up and warping terribly, so I really like that about this paper. Now I'm kind of feeling like I got an idea in my mind of one of those stencils. I hope that's dry. This is my Stencil Girl stencils, but there's some stencils in here that look like words. And these little ones, I think. Yeah, this one right here. I kind of feel like maybe I need some words in here. So this is the S377 Missigman. Let me just grab one of these. Okay, do we want to do this in blue? Or do we want this kind of in the white? Or like the pink? I don't know. Let's just mix here with our little, this is our ink, our little ink brush, which is my favorite way to do stencils now. Oh yeah. Okay, I like that. I just like the implication of graffiti. So this is one of my favorite stencils. And I'm also kind of thinking, and I think it was a Stencil Girl stencil, kind of thinking, okay, I'm probably going to paint everything. Let me just set those to the side there. Oh, or even this one. But it would be more black than anything because it's mostly shoot. It's so cut out that everything, it'd be mostly black, and I don't want mostly black, I want mostly white. And there's one in here that looks like some baby's breath, or oh yeah, this one. Thinking this one. All right, I'm feeling this one right here. Oh yeah, totally gonna do that one right there. Okay, so this one is Stencil Girl Stencil Club 12/2024 by Missigman. So you have to be part of the Stencil Club to buy the Stencil Club pieces or the past pieces. And they're on that Stencil Club page, so you're not going to find them just looking on the site. You have to look on that page. Let me make sure I got enough black here. And you just scroll down that page to see the past months. And they don't name these. I have people who are like, well, what's the name? There's no name. They just give you a month and that's all you get. Okay, I'm kind of thinking like right here, tiny bit off to the side. Okay, let's do it. I'm feeling it. Hopefully I didn't just put way too much paint on that, but it is what it is. Just do the best you can. I do love the ink blending brushes though. It has just made the stencil work so beautiful. I love it. It's such a good... Okay, let's see what we got. Okay, I'm feeling it. What? Oh yeah, I did do a little too much right there, but that's okay. I love it. I kind of feel like I need, I don't know, like a tiny bit of one of these down here maybe, or no, like coming in from the side. All right, let's just do it. Hope I don't get paint all over my other side here. Oh good, I did not. oh yeah. Oh, there we go. There we go. Oh my goodness. Okay, I'm loving that. All right, this was a super fun one to experiment with. Didn't even end up quite where I thought we would, which is why I find these experiments so interesting and educational, and just seeing like where do we get. I mean, I almost feel like too that we could even do some fun little mark making over here. Yeah, let's do it. I've got a Posca pen, I got some white, I got some pink, we got some different colors, but this is what I find so interesting. I think I want the white, about stuff like this. You learn new stuff. Like, this isn't where I kind of intended on actually going. Like, I didn't even realize that this pastel color range was going to be the dominant color I ended up with. Because, you know, we could have very easily mixed black in with all of those and did kind of like we ended up with on the page before that, where it's, you know, a dominant shades and dark tones, and it wasn't the bright. And here we've ended up with like the exact opposite on this page, mixing more whites in than anything else and getting the bright, pretty pastel colors. I mean, that's just fascinating. And then we'll take that on with us, you know, the more of these that we do. Okay, I love the extra little white details. I'm feeling good. This book is might even be one of my favorite when I'm done, because of the color palette and then painting with it. It's the most delicious way to do like color palette experiments and have the palette and the painting. And look how gorgeous these are. I mean, I'm like loving these. All right, hope you had fun painting with me today and experimenting with brilliant magenta and green blue deep and seeing where we could end up there. And I'll see you guys next time.